She said so many people um, try to get their house, they pay additional money to get their house situated northwest. I know what that meant until I seen the sunset. I could see the sunset and the sunrise from my living room window every day. Every day is not cloudy. And when I tell you they are so powerful, these sunsets, and even on the cloudy days, it's amazing. It just tells me even more how intentional um, the direction to be in this space and in this house has been. And I am just over the moon, excited and grateful. If this weekend was any indication of what life is going to be in this house, baby, we off to the races. We are off to the races. And I am so excited today to be also wearing another one of my amazing presents that I received from Yolanda King Johnson. This one has a flower on it so big that I didn't wear a second one. You see it? Y'all see,
I see
y'all
you,
see it.
girl. I
Y'all
see
see it. Y'all see it. You should have seen me trying to find an outfit that I could wear with it.
you.
I'm like, I know I got something else. I know I got something else. So I'm so grateful, and there's so many lessons being shown in this moment. And the biggest thing that sticks out in my mind is what my dad used to say: that if you keep doing what you've been doing, you're gonna keep getting what you've been getting, and that is the definition of insanity. So when I think about some of the things that I still experience, is because some of the thought processes are still the same. So we have to really think differently, because that thing about what you think about, because if you think about what you've been thinking about, you see it in your life. Like, he gonna act a fool because he always act a fool. What he do? Act a fool. She gonna act a fool because she always act a fool. What she do? Act a fool. We have to be so mindful of our thought processes. I heard um, Neville Goddard speak this morning. I'm always flipping through something. And Neville Goddard is one of those thought leaders that more people should know. More people should just know. And I can't think of what he called it, but he said that when you are thinking about the past, you turn the past into a living thing when you repeat it. And in your mind, it is not a fixed memory, that it is a memory that could be, I forget, it's something begin with the R, he calls it. Um, I don't know, but it's like you can change how you can rethink how things happen. You can in your mind think of how you would have rather things turned out. And he gave the example of a woman who, the day before her mother passed away, or 2 days before her mother passed away, she had an argument with her mother. She was short with her mother, and then her mother passed away. And she was like, oh my God, my mother didn't know that I loved her. This, and this. And this, for 20 years, she had been stuck in this memory. And he said, well, you could re something. I'm gonna say rethink because I can't think of what the word is that he used, because it's an actual thing. But it was like rethink it. And so he told her to go back, think about the conversation that you had with your mother, and change the words that you said. See your mother smile, and see your mother in gratitude. See your mother grateful for you, and imagine you embracing your mom the last time you seen her. Now, the things that happened after that was amazing. This is just in her thoughts and in her mind that she's changing this memory. She changes the memory, and a day later, she gets a call from her sister who she hadn't talked to in a while. She said, Revision, that's it. Yes, revision. Thank you, Lynn. Revision. And she said, there's a journal entry that Mother wrote. I think you should hear it. And so she read that her mom had written, I know that my daughter is exhausted. And I know that she loves me. And some other words. And Neville Goddard said, in our mind, we would think that the journal entry was always there. He said, but since time, past, present, and future live simultaneously, could she had changed it by the revision? I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm gonna try it. Because he also gave the example of a man who felt invisible. He felt invisible at work. He was one of the best workers. All of that he's doing, he's doing all great. Where he's there early, he's there late. But when promotions come up, he's not considered. All of that, and so he said, "I feel invisible." And so Neville told him the problem is not with your job, the problem is with you and the feeling of feeling invisible. I want you to not feel invisible. I want you to rethink what would happen if you not if when you receive the promotion. I don't want to think about when you get it. I don't want you to think about um what the process is going to look like. I just want you to think about the feelings of receiving what it is that you want. I want you to lie in bed tonight and feel the feelings of what it feels like to have the promotion. What's going to change in your life? What's going to be different? That's what I want you to go to sleep feeling the feelings of what it felt like to receive the promotion. The next day, nothing too much happened. The day after that, his boss called him in the office and said, Listen, I just wanted to know, what do you think about this? And the boss waited and listened for him to give his opinion. That had never happened before. And maybe a month later, the promotion that he wanted, he received. So then he says, if you are, if you, and he said, the way you think about it is think of somebody who annoys you and works your nerves, and they do it every time you see them. And then think of somebody who you deeply love. He said those people are those people, and that's what you expect from those people. They are existing at the same time in the same world. You can have this annoying experience and you can have this loving experience, but it's also them showing up the way you think about them. So if somebody is annoying you, maybe think of them not annoying you. Think of them as being one of God's children. Think of them as somebody who may be this way for some. Who can't hear me? Yvette, your phone broke. Y'all can hear me, right? Yeah, your phone broke, Yvette.
Yeah, we hear you fine.
Your phone broke.
Something broke.
Yeah, something broke. Turn your volume up. And so he's talking about re what's the word you said? Revising everything from the past to how people show up in your life. Because a lot of times we say, "Oh, here she comes. She gonna be like that," but that's you saying that. You don't even know that the person's gonna be like that. You may be the one that's pushing this out and creating this experience for yourself by saying how somebody's gonna be. They may be a whole changed person by now since the last time you saw them. So start thinking about your world the way you want to experience your world, and your world will conform. I said, I like this idea of revision. I like this idea of rethinking things. And just maybe, if it only worked a half a percent, And if nothing else happened, but you felt better about something that happened in the past with somebody who's no longer here, that would be super dope, amazing. Go ahead, Sherry.
Grand Rising. In therapy, my therapist would have me rewrite or, like I said, reframe or reimagine a situation and write it out. And in a perfect way, how would you have liked that to have happened? The night before my mom passed away, I was redecorating my son's room. He was starting school that Monday, or I should say, starting, I guess it was kindergarten, a new grade. And I was walking past my mother's room with a paint can and a paint tray and all my supplies to go in the basement. And she said, Sherry? And I was like, yes, Ma, and that was the last time we spoke. I didn't want to put everything in my hands down to go in her room. And I was also trying to get my stuff put away so I could go to a birthday party. And that was the last chance that I had to speak to my mom. And so I've had to really make peace with that because um yeah, you just,
And that's exactly what this woman was
yeah,
experiencing.
you never know.
So so what so think about if you had put the paint cans down, went in the room, sat on the side of the bed, what would that conversation have been? And seeing your mom smile, give her a hug, and then you came back out, took the paint cans, and that is revisioning. Revisioning the whole thing. And when you revision, it changes how you feel about it. And some people say, well, that never really happened. May not have been, but that's the better way that I'm going to think about it. And you get to do that. You are one with yourself and one with God, and you are able to make that choice for you. I just want to imagine that I even seen my parents. That my last memory would be me sitting with my dad on the couch while he watched football. I don't care nothing about football, but I sat there with him with my whole like body up in his armpit, and he let me be there while he watched football. It's one of my best memories ever because there was nobody else there. My mom was, but she was doing something else. But I was right there with my dad. The memory of not being there and somebody calling me, and by the time I got there, he was already gone. I don't like that one. I don't like that one. I don't remember. I don't want to remember that one. I don't remember the good stuff. I don't want to remember the painful stuff. I want to remember what makes me feel good when I think about both my parents. When I think about them, the last happy times, not the sick times, not the funeral times, not none of that. Because sometimes you can get really stuck in that story. You can really get stuck in the worst things. So I'm saying get stuck in the good stuff. Change everything and be in the good stuff. And if you can't think of some good stuff, make the whole thing up. Use your imagination and revision the whole, revise your life story. It's some people that's walking around here totally delulu. There's a lady who has a platform about being delusional, being delusionally faithful to what it is that you see for yourself. Even sometimes when I think about this house, and then I think about multiple houses, multiple bigger houses. Now I'm thinking about retreat spaces and resort spaces, acreages of retreat. I'm like, okay, God, I was thinking too small. Okay, you're thinking small. You need to think big. We need to think bigger. Who are the people that's behind the famous resorts and hotels that you know? Are they people? They are, aren't they? They are people. And I get to be one of them. And when you think about your auspicious big goal, there's probably people beyond what you're thinking about too. So let's just get in a space where we're thinking of only the good. Get in a space where all is serving you to your highest capacity. Every relationship, every situation, it's really about changing our minds, and we get to change our world. And what it said to what I got from just that 30 minutes of Neville Goddard, I'm like, I need to lean in a little bit more to this teaching because it's very much in alignment with the law of attraction. Very much in alignment. And so I'm definitely gonna lean in. And once I learn something, I ain't gonna do nothing but run tell that. I'm just gonna run back and tell y'all. So let me read our cards. I have our cards, and I always ask God, what's the message for today? What is the message that is needed for today? And the first message that came up, it says, I move from poverty thinking to prosperity thinking, and my finances reflect the change. Then we just say thinking, thinking, just thinking, not thinking poverty, but thinking prosperity. What would thinking prosperity look like? Thinking prosperity will change the food in your refrigerator. Thinking prosperity will change the car you drive. Thinking prosperity will change the furniture in your house. Thinking prosperity will change where your children go to school. Thinking prosperity will determine the type of work that you do. So let's think prosperity and not poverty. And the other side of the card says, I delight in the financial security that is constant in my life. Come on, constant financial security, constant financial security, constant financial security. Don't you deserve constant financial security? Not just money at income tax time, or not just money when you was in an accident, and not just money because somebody just got signed to the NBA or somebody got a record deal or whatever. You are in a state of constant financial security just because you are you. Tony Jones has a line in one of her songs, and it says, I get paid to be me. I get paid to be me. And that doesn't mean you got to be so smart, doesn't mean you got to have some degree or something. You just get paid to show up to be who you authentically are, if you are brave enough to be your authentic self. That's it. And the second one just says, I trust the process of life. I trust the process of life. It says there is a rhythm and flow to life, and I am a part of it. Life supports me and brings to me only good and positive experiences. I trust the process of life to bring me my highest good. What is your highest good? Have you identified what your highest good would mean to you? Just got to rethink how you think. Let me jump into our 5 minutes of gratitude. It says, do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you have was once among the things you only hope for. Can you think of some things that you really wanted that you really have now? Man, I really wanted that. And now you got it. You got it. I told the story of that dress. I really wanted that dress. I love a good, pretty dress. And when I couldn't have it, I must have just put it in my head. I'm gonna look for it. And sure enough, months later, I find it in the thrift store. What? And not for almost $300, for $7. What in the world? What in the world? God is so good. We are way more powerful than we even know. Way more powerful than you even know. So fill in the four blanks. The greatest benefit of being alive right now. The moment I felt most alive and fully myself this week. A need I have that is being met today. Something that gives my life pleasure. No matter how hard things get, there is always someone I can rely on to help me. No matter how hard things get, there are always somebody who I can rely on to help me. So good, so good, so good. And in our deep breath of life, daily inspiration for heart centered living for this day, March the 10th, it starts with the words get fired. Get fired. It says, if you aren't fired with enthusiasm, you will be fired with enthusiasm. If you aren't fired with enthusiasm, you will be fired with enthusiasm. Come on. Vince Lombardi said that. It says Andrew was an attorney who hated law but loved computers. It was no surprise then when his firm went bankrupt. Andrew researched bankruptcy laws and recorded his notes on his computer. After several months, he realized that he had arranged a wealth of information in a way that no one else had. Andrew took his notes and computer program to some executives at Apple Computers who were impressed by what he had done, that they offered him a handsome sum of money to develop the program. Now he works with enthusiasm as a legal program consultant for Apple. The key ingredient for success is enthusiasm. You can have a wealth of skills, but if your heart is not fully present, you will feel unfulfilled and your work will reflect it. If you have enthusiasm, you will find the energy to acquire the necessary skills and draw to you all the people and support you need to succeed. We dishonor ourselves and others by staying in positions out of familiarity or obligation. If you tolerate boredom or compromise, the universe will fire you so you can be in the right place where you can really be fired. The word enthusiasm comes from the Latin de theos, meaning from God. Whenever you are enthusiastic about something, no matter what it is, you are in God. When you act without excitement, you have strayed from your source. It is not a hell yes, it is a no. If it is not a hell yes, it is a no. If you practice this principle, you will be in the right place. You will feel fulfilled, and miracles will happen through you. Give me the courage to live from enthusiasm and not fear. I do what I love, and the universe fulfills me and everyone I affect. I like it. Get fired with enthusiasm, or you will be fired with enthusiasm. What are you enthusiastic about? What is the thing that is so exciting that you are doing? Lean into that thing. Get excited about whatever you are putting your hands to do. It really is your turn and your time. Why are you continuing to wait? Don't wait anymore. You're waiting for things to be this way, that way, the other way, and all the ways. Mm-mm. If I haven't learned anything in these years, it's like do it. Do it now. Ask the questions, like literally ask the questions. God is doing all that God does. Everything, 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 everything. So, what will you do? Will you continue to do it the way that feels unfulfilled? Or will you get enthusiastic and use that enthusiasm to bring your dreams and your goals to life? Because I got news for you. If you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting. And if you don't like it, only you can change it. And I'm here to tell you that there's so many things that we think we can't do, but we really can do more. We really can do more. So, with that being said, does anybody have anything they want to add before we go? I'm so grateful and so appreciative for each and every one of you. And I just see the future so bright, so bright. I see us in company of one another very, very soon. So, Dr. Long, share your thought as well as our prayer for today.
Well, yes, my thing to everybody in my, I start to say age bracket, but I don't even like that. In my time in life, don't think about retire, rewire, go get some training, whatever you need, and then refire. I like what you were saying about refiring. And Neville talks about the power of the imagination. So another way you talk about what he does is reframe it. Don't leave that funky memory hanging out in your life. Reframe it. Think about it differently. And what's Nona Carey say all the time?
Knock it off.
Well, that, but she's got something a little more philosophic than that about the way you think about
When
it.
you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change.
Thank you.
No,
Then knock it off. Soon as you do that, then knock it off.
Then knock it
Okay.
off. Yes.
Okay. Here we go. I'm blessed going in.
I'm blessed going in.
I'm blessed coming out.
I'm blessed coming out.
See how we reframed that already? I
Yes.
told you how that came about. I was called from the studio thinking I was being fired. And I stood by the fountain in Lincoln Center, pointed at my office building, which is across the street, and said, I'm blessed going in, I'm blessed coming out. And like Jesus, he didn't say a thing to defend himself. And whatever goes on in between those two happenings, that's it. So that's how we start out every meeting. I'm blessed going in.
Blessed going in.
I'm blessed coming out.
I'm blessed coming out.
I'm blessed in the city.
I'm blessed in the city.
I'm blessed in the field.
I'm blessed in the field.
I'm always in the right place at the right time.
Always in the right
place at the right time.
With the right people.
With the right
people.
Doing the right thing.
On the right
Doing
thing.
the right thing.
For the right reasons.
For
the right reasons.
And everything's in divine order.
And everything
is in divine order.
As Jabez says, bless us indeed.
As
Jabez says, bless us indeed.
Expand our territory.
Expand our territory.
Extend an open hand of favor to us.
Extend an open hand of favor to us.
That we may do no harm.
That we
may do no harm.
And we let go and let God.
We let go.
We let go and let God.
Then go with the flow.
Go with the flow.
And let the blessings and the money roll in.
And let the blessings and the money roll in.
From the north, south, east, and west.
From
the north, south, east, and west.
From above and beneath.
from
from
above and
above
beneath,
and beneath,
from known and unknown sources.
from
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 known
known
and
and
unknown
unknown
sources.
sources.
Tell us about our money, darling.
We have supernatural unlimited money,
Mm-hmm.
supernatural unlimited seed.
And we live and give out of God's overabundance, so we
We never
never run out.
Never run out.
Never run out.
never run out.
Never run out. We always have more than enough.
Always
We
have
Always
always have more than
more
enough.
than enough.
More than enough to do anything our heart desires.
more than enough.
More than enough
And
to do
to do
anything our
anything
hearts
our heart
desire.
desire.
More than enough to do anything God puts on our hearts to do for others.
More than
More
enough.
than
More
enough to
than
do
enough
anything God puts on our
in our
hearts
hearts to
to
do
do
for
for
others.
others.
We have money to spend, money to lend, and money to keep.
We have
We
money to
have money to lend, money
spend,
to
Spend,
money
spend,
to keep.
and
money
money
to
to
keep.
keep.
And because our
Our
bank is in heaven, that's
heaven.
Heaven.
right. And we're the branch banks, and we're the spout where the money's coming out.
Absolutely.
Hallelujah. That is
Hey,
such good
Hallelujah.
news. We don't have to hunt for nothing.
not
We're it. We're the current in the currency.
yes,
Hallelujah.
absolutely, absolutely.
Hallelujah.
Hey Tony, hey Tony, how you doing, sunshine? I'm so grateful and so thankful for all we get to do in this space. God is so good if you so choose to lean in and believe it. Your life can be so much more amazing than it already is if you could just be brave enough to live it according to the way that feels good for you. So thank you all for
Amen.
being here. Have an
Ye-
amazing day on
Your son and your
uh
brother came to visit you. Is that right?
huh, sure did.
All right.
Sure did. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Yeah, look at that. That's your